You're tuned in to WFGM Radio 835, the premier source of news, music, and programming on the inner planets. I'm Matt Dahan, your narrator. Today's story, the first episode of Pulp Musicals, is titled The Great Moon Hoax and is inspired by actual events. But what actual events? Our journey begins in New York City in Earth year 1835. New York City was nothing like the metropolis that we know today. But with over 200,000 citizens, it was the largest city in the young United States of America. The Sun, a penny newspaper based in Manhattan's Printing House Square, found itself struggling to compete with other periodicals. Something desperate needed to happen to change their fortunes. Great astronomical discoveries, lately made by Sir John Herschel at the Cape of Good Hope. We have the happiness of making known to the whole civilized world recent discoveries in astronomy which will build an imperishable monument to the age in which we live. On August 25th, 1835, the Sun began publishing a series of articles claiming that John Herschel, the most prolific astronomer of his generation, had discovered the presence of life on the moon. The paper had acquired a scientific journal detailing how Herschel built the largest telescope to have ever existed, pointed it at Earth's natural satellite, and found lakes, flowers, birds, temples, buffalo, giant crystal pyramids, and a humanoid species with bat-like wings. The news of our astral companion teeming with life sent shockwaves through the entire nation. The Sun's patrons increased exponentially. There was just one problem, though. None of this was true. Life had not been discovered on the moon. The Sun had not acquired the journal of John Herschel, and his famous telescope was pure fiction. The Sun never printed a retraction. Years later, the articles would be attributed to Richard Adams Locke, a reporter for the Sun. His reasons for penning the series are debated to this day, but the mark of what history would crown the Great Moon Hoax had been made. Minds were expanded, beliefs were challenged, and the moon never felt closer to Earth. Episode 1 of Pulp Musicals will introduce our characters into this framework. There, they will experience the summer of 1835, where for one blissful, strange, chaotic, and beautiful week, an entire nation lifted its eyes to the cosmos and believed that there was something out there. And you will be right beside them, listeners. Once you get a look, you cannot unsee. This has been Matt Dahan with the WFGM Radio 835 News Update, reminding you not to be scared of the dark. That's where the dreaming starts.